Mic check. What's kicking, family? I'm glad you've clicked in, and I've checked in with you. You're on the other side of the screen, and I'm here. What's kicking, family? All right, as you guys already know, I've been doing my series on the 11 new head coaches, and I've been, prognosticating and doing my overall swaminess on their one-loss records and how they look so far right now. Before the season starts, you got to assess a few things, and a lot of things is going on. But did you know that there's a possibility that, hey, they can be a large turnover once again of head coaches here in the league? You guys are asking, come on, man, they've got enough to deal with now with the 11 new head coaches. But I've got 8 of them right here. I got 8 coaches that could possibly, and maybe I need to, hopefully, and this list I've got here is complete, and well, just follow along. This can change by the time the start of the season happens. Plus, before the season starts, I'm going to do a one-loss and a little bit in-depth stuff. Well, not in-depth. I'm just going to gloss over a few things and watch how it unfolds pertaining to these coaches on the hot seat. Or, as I would say, man overboard, walk the plank, get them out of here. Yo, they're going to be gone if they don't get it right. All right, and this is just random. This is not, this is just starting from top to bottom or bottom to top or however, Let's just start right here. Now, Dick Geron, Buffalo Bills. Okay, 7-9. Come on now. 7-9 the last 3 seasons. Come on, dude. You really 7-9, and you still got a job. You got Terrell Owens up there. If things don't work out, guess what? They're going to be throwing you into the Niagara Falls. You got 9 years as a head coach, and you're 0-1 in the playoffs, and that is in 2001 with the Chicago Bears. Dick Geron, Buffalo Bills, man, coach on the hot seat. Okay, Jim Zigzag Zorn, Washington Redskins. You guys remember Jim Zigzag Zorn from his days as a Seattle Seahawk, and Derek Thomas was pounding his butt into the ground, and one day, and he almost set the record with just one last, he almost got him for that one last time. I believe Derek Thomas missed the record-setting sack on the quarterback, and Zorn, I think, threw that ball for a touchdown. I could be mistaken, but I do remember that they didn't call him Zigzag for nothing. He wasn't a bad quarterback. Kept Seattle in a lot of games. But now let's talk about Jim Zorn, the head coach for the Washington Redskins. He was 8-8 in his first season. Their largest acquisition has been Albert Hainsworth. And man, that's large. He got a crazy, huge contract. But the one thing that helps Jesse Campbell now is that he's going to be in one system 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. That's key now. You need stability, some comfort level for your quarterback so that he can get comfortable in the system. The whole time Campbell has been there, he's had different coordinators year to year. He's had to learn a whole new system. He's got a decent set of skill set. Let's see if he could put it together in a certain consistency and comfort level that most quarterbacks are afforded more so than Campbell is. They still got Porters. They still got, they still got the components in place. And I'll just have to do a prognostication on whether they're going to do better than 8-8 last season to this season. Jim Zorn, Washington Redskins on the hot seat. Marvin Lewis. Oh, no, Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, over the last 6 years, he is 46-49-1. And he's 0-1 in the playoffs. And it didn't help that they were highlighting the Cincinnati Bengals on Hard Knocks. Chad Ochocinco, who is now really Chad Ochocinco. You could buy the jersey saying Ochocinco on the back. Is going to be back doing his thing. TJ Masada, who's now moved over to the Seattle Seahawks and who has complained about his Madden numbers. Man, don't even worry about the Madden numbers. Worry about what kind of production you're going to put up there in Seattle. Bust that. You know what I'm saying? Madden ain't really paying you, even though you probably are getting some residual due to the fact that they have to use your name and likeness and they have to play the players union for that. Aha, that's right, folks. Licensing agreements. Once again, Marvin Lewis, Cincinnati Bengals on the hot seat. Yes, who else do I have here now? Oh, Lovie Smith, Chicago Bears. All right, he's 45 and 35 in the last 5 seasons. All right, he's got 2 playoff appearances. One of them led to a Super Bowl berth. They lost to the Indianapolis Colts. But the biggest thing for the Chicago Bears this year is Jay Cutler. A very big acquisition for the Chicago Bears. They traded Kyle Orton for Jay Cutler, and what an upgrade. At the time of the trade, Jay Cutler was the best quarterback in the NFC North. Now that there's been an update of that, Brett Favre is the best quarterback in the NFC North, above Cutler, above Rodgers, and above Stafford / Culpepper. So we'll discuss that at another time, but what we're talking about is Lovie Smith and the Chicago Bears. He's on the hot seat. Wade Phillips, Dallas Cowboys. Oh, you Cowboy fans probably didn't want to hear me say that, but hey, family, let's look at something here, Cowboy fans. Now, 22 and 10. That's what he's been over the last 5 years. He's taken 3 teams to the playoffs. And look, he was 0-1 in Denver, 0-2 in Buffalo, and 0-1 in Dallas. You know what he's got going for him? He's got a new stadium, no T.O., no Tank Williams. I mean, no Tank Johnson, right? Tank Johnson, Tank Williams. But look, whether I got it right or wrong, they're not there. All right. Now Tony Romo also is without Jessica Simpson. She's over there chasing Cole Brennan. Oh, I feel sorry for that kid. Oh, man. But then again, that might help you guys out if she's over there messing around and messing up the Washington Redskins camp. So once again, Wade Phillips, Dallas Cowboys on the hot seat. Jack Del Rio, Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, he's 24 and 24 in the last 3 seasons. And what? Past 3 seasons, 1 playoff. He's only won 1 playoff? He's won 1 playoff game, guys? I'm trying to check my notes here, trying to make sure, and things look sketchy here, because Jack Del Rio is going to have to do something now to get a little bit further than his 24 and 24 over the last 3 seasons. Jack Del Rio, Jacksonville Jaguars on the hot seat. And of course, you know who I've got here on this is Brad Childress, Minnesota Vikings, 6-8-10 over the last 3 seasons, 0-1 in the playoffs in 2008, losing that wild card game to the Philadelphia Eagles. Newest acquisition of Brett Favre, the gunslinger. They also had brought in Sage Roosevelt before that. They got the outstanding everything in order to go further. If they don't make it to the conference championship, I think they might throw him overboard. Brad Childress, Minnesota Vikings on the hot seat. And the last one I got up here on the hot seat, the Muy Caliente Seat. Hopefully I said that right, and hopefully I didn't offend anybody with my trying to say the language, and if I butchered it, 1,000 pardons. Gary Kubiak, Houston Texans. And he's 22 and 26 over the last 2 years. 500 ball. That's not good. They have an outstanding wideout who's a man amongst boys. They've got a good running game, a decent quarterback. Gary Kubiak was like the boy whiz, the boy genius coming up, and he was the latest hot thing. He's got a chance at Houston with the Texans. He's got to prove it. He's got to get into the playoffs. He's got to get in. There's no 2 ways around it. He's got to get the Texans into the playoffs. And he's got to get beyond his 22 and 26, roughly 500 ball over the last 2 years. So Gary Kubiak, Houston Texans on the hot seat. Well, those are the ones that I think that are just about ready to get the old heave ho. You can agree to disagree. Let me know. Hit me back. This is Mr. Batch.